Don't ever do that again. Sorry.
Yes! Which means we have a special holiday episode for you.
Would that be the history of the Lone Ranger franchise?
It is. But let's start with George Trendle and Franz Stryker, who created and started the series way back in 1933 as a radio show.
It actually aired on WXYZ, if you can believe that shit. There was like no thought put into the name of those radio station call letters. And as for the classic TV series, it starred Clayton Moore and Jay Silverheels.
Once people stopped huddling around the radio and started watching TV, the Lone Ranger TV show ran from 1949 until 1957.
Can you imagine? They actually cast a real Native American to play Tonto during the 40s and 50s, despite all the discrimination that took place in Hollywood during that time.
It was groundbreaking. Just like Bruce Lee playing Kato in The Green Hornet, you'd have to see it to believe it.
Which reminds me, did you know that Green Hornet was actually Lone Ranger's great-great-nephew, which was also created by Trendle and Stryker?
Unfortunately, that movie sucked as well. And the ground barely rattled when it came to Disney's 2013 film with Johnny Depp along with Arm & Hammer. The casting has gone disastrously wrong on this one.
That wouldn't surprise me at all, but it does remind me of the 1981 Lone Ranger film, which had about the same crappy quality in storytelling as the 2013 flick did.
Isn't that disturbing? You'd think after all these years there'd be a film that would be at least comparable to the classic TV show by now. I mean, really, we've had some fantastic spaghetti westerns introduced to us by Clint Eastwood, but films like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Buck and the Preacher, Unforgiven, Tombstone, The Quick and the Dead were all phenomenal. Also, instead of remaking The Magnificent Seven or Django, why not make a film based off Bass Reeves' life?
You would think so, right? Because it was biographer Art T. Burton who first asserted the theory that Bass Reeves had inspired the Lone Ranger in his 2006 book, Black Gun, Silver Star, The Life and Legend of Frontier Marshal Bass Reeves, which is a great book that I highly recommend. He was so law-abiding, he arrested his own son for murder. You can't make that up.
Meanwhile, John Wayne was complete bullshit. But getting back to the 2013 movie, Johnny Depp's performance was like Jack Sparrow, regurgitated. But this time, he's dressed as a Native American, with a dead crow on his head.
That was a bit puzzling for me too. Why couldn't they have cast a real Native American with acting chops? I mean, they did it way back in the 50s with Jay Silverheels. You mean to tell me they couldn't find one dope Native American actor? It's 2019 for motherfucking sakes.
But maybe there was some bias back in 2013. Who knows?
Arm & Hammer was okay in the film. His acting for me, at best, was the last resort to escape from Depp's redundancy.
Although I do love Johnny Depp as an actor, what I do know is that he has about as much Native American blood as Elizabeth Warren does, which leads me to believe this film was based on name recognition coupled with a cash grab.
I have to disagree with you on the cash grab part. The 2013 film barely broke even.
Really? Well, considering the film's budget was $250 million and reportedly earned $260.5 million at the box office. Geez, talk about a loss.
Speaking of which, what kind of treats did you get for Halloween?
Let's see. I scored some licorice, a few candy corns, and an apple, which had a razor blade in it. What about you?
I decided not to celebrate Halloween this year because I'm protesting Thanksgiving in unity with all of the First Nation tribes.
Okay, I guess. But this is our holiday special. And we're both dressed like Lone Ranger and Tonto.
Actually, I'm not wearing a costume, but I think you got your holidays twisted, if that makes any sense.
Okay, wait. Now I'm confused.
Anyways, we're both giving the original Lone Ranger TV series a 4-star FU rating of f***ing awesome.
As for the 2013 version of the Lone Ranger film, we're both giving it a 2-star FU rating of fugazi. The special effects were okay, but I can't even tell you what the entire film was about because there's nothing memorable about it.
Word, because I know I can memorize more scenes from the classic TV show versus the film. The 2013 version is somewhat entertaining, but ultimately, it can't hold a candle to the classic TV series. I mean, god damn! Talk about a loss.
Thank you.